Hey, what's up, YouTube family? I'm so glad that you decided to join me today. And if you are new, welcome to the channel. I wanted to bring a video today, kind of just to do with what I have on my bucket list. So we can go ahead and jump right into it. First of all, this is my cute notepad. Isn't it so cute? Walmart. Okay, so anyways, I guess we'll just go ahead and start with the first on my list. These are in no particular order, just whatever happens, happens. So anyways, I would love to become an artist professionally and paint. I think that that would be so fun. I am a fast working artist, so like I remember in high school, whenever we were all in our art classes, like they gave you the option to, you can like do work release, and I was working like 50 hours in high school. Like I worked a lot for a high school kid, and on top of that, I could have participated in the like work release program that my school offered. We live in the Midwest, and so I think that a lot of schools offer the work release program. So I opted out of doing the work release program, even though I worked 50 hours a week, because I wanted to spend half of my day like just working on art. So that's what I was able to do in high school. I just spent so many hours of my time working on paintings, and I just love it so much. It's so fun, so relaxing. So then I guess that brings me to my next one would be to become an art teacher, or to have my own art studio in my house. I'd be happy with any of those. So next, I would love to get involved in charity work. Now, charity work or some type of like sanctuaries for animals. I saw this documentary on TV, and it was about these elephants that were being poached illegally, and they were being hunted for ivory and war. And so whenever they would cut off their ivory, and they would even take their teeth, and so and then they would just leave them there. And I think this was overseas somewhere in some country. I can't remember the location of where this happened. And so I saw this woman, and she was rescuing all of the elephants. Some of the elephants had to have special diets even, because they were unable to eat regular food because they had no teeth. And so she started rescuing all these elephants that were being poached, and they all were so gentle. They're just these gentle giants, and I think that is so wrong. And she would cook them, the ones that needed it, she would cook them special food so that they were able to eat. And somebody asked her, well, how did you get these elephants? How can you interact with them so peacefully? And she said, love. So I just think that that would be so fulfilling, to get involved in charity work of some sort, or working in some type of sanctuary. But yeah, I would also, my next thing on my bucket list are things that I would love to learn how to do. And I would also not be opposed to becoming like a journalist. That I think that would be extremely interesting. I don't want to say fun. I'm sure it would be kind of heavy to be a journalist, especially if you went overseas. And then it could also be very dangerous, but I think that would also be fun. So these things are things I would love to learn how to do. So I would love to learn how to snowboard, how to jet ski, how to fly a plane, how to ride a motorcycle, how to play the piano, or how to play the guitar. Yeah, I've just never like learned how to play those instruments, or I've never snowboarded ever in my life, and I think that that would be fun. And yeah, the next thing on my bucket list is I would love to be able to build my own farm and have my own little farm. That would be so fun. And I wouldn't want like too many animals, just because I wouldn't be using my animals for like farming purposes. My animals would be all pets. So I would maybe want some horses, some miniature donkeys, and maybe a couple of goats. I don't know. That just sounds so fun to me, to care for them. And then obviously dogs and cats, maybe some barn cats. And then the next thing on my bucket list is I want to join the Peace Corps, and I'm not sure what that entails, but I think that that would be fun to get involved in and to learn about what that type of work would be like. So yeah, my next thing on my bucket list would be to travel to Africa or any third world country, to go on mission trips, to just kind of introduce them to the Word of God and to the Word of Christ if they have not already learned about Him, and also to just give relief anywhere that it is needed, especially in the places that have no water, and the families that they have children that they need to feed. And I would love to get involved in traveling there to aid and relief. And my next on my bucket list would be to adopt a child. I've always wanted to adopt. I love children. I want to have children of my own, but I would also love to adopt a child that is in need of a family. Next on my bucket list, I would love to become a foster parent, or get involved in social work of some sort. I just think that our foster system is broken right now, and I don't know if they have enough people in it for the right reasons, or from my understanding, a lot of people take advantage of the foster care system, and I would love to kind of get involved in that and see how we could see what we could do to help better that for the kids that are currently in the system. And then my next on my list would be just to read more history books. I don't know a lot about the history of the world, and I love learning, and it's really important to kind of have an idea of what history looks like, because we've all heard the saying, history repeats itself, and that might not always be a good thing when you're trying to move on in a society. So I think by me reading history books, that would help any misconceptions, or it would also prevent any ignorance from me whenever it comes to talking about certain topics and subjects. So that is also on my bucket list. And then lastly, I think it would be fun to go on Shark Tank and invent something, just invent something cool. I currently have like my inventions ideas written down. I don't have a lot of inventions written down, but let me tell you, if I had inventions written down from the time that I was like 8 to now, I would have so many inventions. I just never really journaled up until lately. So yeah, those are all of the things that I currently have on my bucket list, and I hope you guys I hope this video encourages you to create your own bucket list and makes you think about like what your passions are in your life, and what is important to you, and what type of work you want to do for yourself and for the world. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'm so glad that you stuck around, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.